Erectile dysfunction. For most men, it's the problem nobody wants to talk about. It's awkward, it's embarrassing. It feels like a blow to your masculinity, your confidence, your identity as a man. But what if I told you that what's happening in your bedroom is actually a life-threatening alarm? What if I told you that erectile dysfunction isn't just a sex problem, but the first deadly warning sign of a heart attack waiting to happen? This is not just about sex. This is about survival. Most men think erectile dysfunction is just about sex. Just a temporary problem, maybe stress, maybe fatigue, maybe age. But what if I told you that erectile dysfunction is not just a bedroom problem, but often the first red flag that your body is screaming out, something deadly is coming? Erectile dysfunction can be the first visible sign of clogged arteries, poor blood flow, and cardiovascular disease, the same disease that causes heart attacks and sudden death. Here's why this is terrifying. The arteries in your penis are much smaller than the arteries in your heart. That means they'll clog up first. If you're struggling to get or keep an erection, your heart might be next in line for a blockage that kills you. Doctors call this the canary in the coal mine effect. Your penis is literally warning you that your heart is failing. Ignore it, and the next warning sign could be a fatal heart attack. By the time you hit 40, your risk of both erectile dysfunction and heart disease skyrockets. Why? Because the aging process, combined with lifestyle habits like poor diet, lack of exercise, alcohol, smoking, and stress, starts to damage your blood vessels and testosterone levels. Here's the nightmare scenario. You wake up one day and realize sex isn't working like before. You think it's just age, but inside, your arteries are already narrowing with plaque buildup. Studies show men with erectile dysfunction are 50% more likely to suffer a heart attack, stroke, or die from heart disease compared to men without erectile dysfunction. That's not just a coincidence, that's crass. That's a ticking time bomb. Think about it. Would you rather be embarrassed about seeing a doctor for ED, or end up in a coffin because you ignored the warning sign that could have saved your life? Here's the brutal truth. An erection depends on healthy blood flow. When you're aroused, your brain sends signals to release nitric oxide, relaxing blood vessels in your penis, allowing blood to rush in. But if your arteries are damaged, inflamed, or clogged with cholesterol plaque, that blood flow can't happen. No blood flow equals no erection. Now here's the kicker. The same exact process that blocks blood flow in your penis also blocks blood flow in your coronary arteries, the ones that keep your heart alive. It's the same disease, just showing up earlier in your penis because those blood vessels are smaller. So when erectile dysfunction shows up, it often means you already have hidden cardiovascular disease that hasn't been diagnosed yet. The bedroom problem is actually your first survival warning. Right now, millions of men are silently suffering from erectile dysfunction. They're embarrassed, they keep it to themselves, or they grab a little blue pill and think it's fixed. But here's the scary part. Pills only mask the problem. Viagra, Cialis, sure, they help temporarily, but they don't fix the clogged arteries or the failing blood flow. It's like putting a Band-Aid over cancer. A study from the American Heart Association revealed that in 67% of men, erectile dysfunction showed up before their first heart attack. That means for more than half of men who had heart attacks, erectile dysfunction was the first sign their body gave them. They ignored it, and many didn't live to talk about it. Don't make the same mistake. If erectile dysfunction shows up, it's not just a sex problem. It's a potential death sentence if you do nothing. Doctors have tracked the timeline. On average, men who develop erectile dysfunction have a 3 to 5 year window before they experience a major cardiovascular event like a heart attack or stroke. That's both terrifying and hopeful. Terrifying because the clock is ticking. Hopeful because if you take action when erectile dysfunction shows up, you can save your own life. Imagine this. Erectile dysfunction is the check engine light on your body. Ignore it, and within a few years, your engine, your heart, could blow out completely. This is why cardiologists now say, every man with erectile dysfunction should be screened for cardiovascular disease immediately. Because erectile dysfunction isn't just about sex. It's about whether you'll still be alive in the next decade. Let's break it down. The exact same risk factors that cause erectile dysfunction also cause heart disease. They're two sides of the same deadly coin. High blood pressure damages blood vessel lining. High cholesterol, plaque buildup in arteries. Diabetes accelerates artery damage. Obesity lowers testosterone, clogs vessels. Smoking destroys circulation. Stress raises cortisol, crushes sexual performance. Every single one of these risk factors not only makes erections weaker, but also makes your heart weaker. If you've got erectile dysfunction, chances are you've got at least one of these killers attacking you from the inside. Here's the biggest mistake men make. They ignore erectile dysfunction until it's too late. They brush it off as just age or just stress. They buy supplements, pills, or try to tough it out. Meanwhile, inside their body, their arteries are silently hardening, their blood flow is dying, and their heart is running out of time. By the time chest pain shows up, it's often too late. Many men never even get a chance to call 911. Their first heart attack is also their last. You cannot afford to play around with erectile dysfunction. You cannot afford to self-medicate without a doctor's checkup. Your life is literally on the line. The moment erectile dysfunction shows up, the smartest move you can make is see a doctor immediately. Not just for a prescription, but for a full cardiovascular checkup. That means blood pressure test, cholesterol screening, blood sugar check, testosterone levels, artery, imaging if necessary. Think of it as your life insurance. Catching artery disease early gives you the power to reverse it before it kills you. Thousands of men are alive today because they took erectile dysfunction seriously and got checked before their first heart attack. The great news? You're not doomed. Erectile dysfunction doesn't have to mean death. If you catch it early, you can reverse the damage. Simple lifestyle changes can restore blood flow, exercise daily, boosts circulation, eat heart-healthy foods, cut processed junk. Lose weight, takes pressure off arteries. Quit smoking, improves blood flow instantly. Reduce stress, lowers cortisol and blood pressure. These steps don't just save your sex life. They save your heart, your brain, your future. Imagine not just living longer, but living stronger, more energized and sexually active well into your later years. Let's be blunt. Erectile dysfunction is not just about sex. It's about survival. If you ignore erectile dysfunction, you could be ignoring the single biggest warning sign your body will ever give you. For millions of men, that silence ends with a fatal heart attack. But it doesn't have to end that way for you. Erectile dysfunction gives you time. A 3 to 5 year window to make changes, to see a doctor, to protect your heart, to save your life. So the next time you struggle in the bedroom, don't feel embarrassed, feel alarmed. Because your body is shouting at you. Fix this before it's too late. This is your wake-up call. Take it seriously. Because in the battle between life and death, the first fight begins in the bedroom, but the war is won in your heart.